on Sky Livestream, and we are going to be doing some more exploration this week through space. Hopefully things will function correctly, because I know that sometimes this game gives us trouble, and in general, sometimes the PlayStation Livestream function gives us trouble, which is honestly extremely annoying, but there's not really much I can do about it. But what you gonna do? I don't know what's been going on with Sony's live streaming service recently. I really don't, because it seems like every single time the chat breaks, and that is really irritating. Just messaging this out while we are waiting. And we're in my house, so we're not in any danger, which is always good. Just messaging everything out so people know what we're doing. And we'll get started shortly. Okay, there we go. I honestly forget what exactly we were doing before. Because sometimes it's hard to forget when you only do a game every once in a while. Okay, there we go. We're all set. At least we should be, assuming nothing goes wrong here. I'm just going to give people time to actually show up. Hopefully nothing breaks this time, because that can be really irritating. Also, how are these working? Okay, looks like everything's working fairly well. And the power is able to maintain the base. That's good. Even though we have like 9 million different cables everywhere, but that you know, that's an issue. Also, if I remember correctly, we need to kill some things, I think. Unless there's some things that... Let me see here. Oh wait, that's actually what we were looking for, wasn't it? We're not going to do that just yet, because we need to wait for people to show up before we do anything. I have a bad feeling I'm going to end up hating my overseer after this, but we will have to see. Okay, let's see here. How much phosphorus do I actually have? I have a lot of phosphorus, so we're pretty much set. Also, for some reason, this computer's Wi-Fi seems to be far, far worse than my old one, or might also be that I don't have it plugged in correctly. Try this. Might also be that I have it on a low power setting, which could be an issue. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, so we're just giving people time to show up, though. No one has shown up yet. Except for me, but that's just me. Probably gonna wait for like the 10-minute mark. I can't really go outside without my... Where's my... Yeah, that doesn't go down so long as I'm not using it, thankfully, but... Okay, let's wait till 10 minutes. I'm surprised... Well, it is also Sunday when I normally do this on, like, Saturday. Long story short, there was some yard work, just like with Wednesday, so I couldn't really do much. Let's see, anything else in here? That's an interesting one. Let's see here. Kinda need it. Well, the thing is, glass is really hard to make. It is really annoying to make. Oh, concrete? I can make concrete? That's nice. Did not know that. Let's see. Well, that's actually really, really easy to make. I might want to start in that. Okay, let's see here. Look at the other thing. Structures. Oh, that just depends on where I start. I've already unlocked everything in this section, haven't I? Oh, wait a second. Really need to start, like, grinding some of this stuff. Oh, if I make a fuel source, I could use that, but I might just save that for my other world. Let me see. Anything else? Oh, save beacon, which is always useful. Let me head out here and check this to see if anything new has popped up. No. Okay, so let's look around to see if there's any buried technology, which is what we need. Hi, Holy Cross. Glad you can make it. Not seeing any buried technology nearby. Might have to go looking for that on another planet. Also, my life support system is a bit in need of recharging, which thankfully this stuff does really well. You're going to need to get more dioxide, though. Okay, so there's gotta be some. I've not seen National Kid, I've heard of it. It's apparently one of the oldest things that Toei has, which is interesting. We're gonna have to go to another planet and get more dioxide at some point. Also, I don't like that these wires are so plainly visible because they kind of completely mess up the look of everything. Anyway, time to continue the story path. We're at 10 minutes. So let's head in here. Also, I probably should just open up part of the floor. Oh yeah, I've considered Horizon Zero Dawn. It sounds pretty cool. I think I put another... Yeah, I put another farming tray in here. Okay, so... Specialist... Mordite root. We still need more... Which means we're gonna have to go kill things. I don't like to kill things, but it's a necessary evil. Okay, so we're to continue that storyline, we're gonna have to kill some things to do it. Horizon Zero Dawn, I've heard of that, and I like a lot of what I've heard. I've just never played it myself. Is there a phosphorus deposit nearby? Oh wait, this stuff. I think I can use to do something. Okay, well, whatever. Let's continue. I think I've been to that. Aha, okay. Look, I normally don't like to kill things. But I kinda have to right now. And the plot demands I do it. Just realize I can sell this stuff. I don't really want to. And how much more does that mean? So I'm gonna get more just so I can finish this quest line. Also, I want to look around to see if I can find any more buried stuff. Buried technology. But yeah, I've heard about Horizon Zero Dawn. It is really cool. Ooh, that's good. Okay, let's continue on, I guess. See, because I'll need more fossils. Okay, is there a creature nearby? I mean, that's the annoying part, is when you don't want something to try to kill you, it never does. I mean, it always does. Okay, there we go. What's trying to attack me? I mean, I don't like doing that, but I got to for the storyline, and it's kind of disconcerting. What is that? Silver? Oh, hello. Okay. No, I didn't like doing that, but that should give us enough Mordite, I would hope. Yeah, we got plenty of Mordite. Okay, let's get up here. Yeah, but I can see it. You're watching new Scooby-Doo movies. Okay, those are cool. I always like those. Okay. Yeah, I hate that the chat breaks. I also wonder where everyone else is. I don't know if I've been here before. I might have. Oh yeah, I have, because there's a crater where I thought there was going to be that. So maybe I didn't loot the things in here. It's acting like I've never been here before, but I clearly have been. Okay. There we go. Do they ever create any Mystery Theme shows? Yeah, I believe they did, actually. I believe they actually did do some Mystery Theme shows. Kamen Rider Double, for example, is a Mystery Theme show. It's one of the Kamen Rider series, though, so it's not. Research stuff. Oh, we increased our standards in the floor vac, so unfortunately I don't really like. Okay, let's head back. Also, there's a giant creature. Okay, let's head back to base. I could just call my plane, my jet, but I'm kind of, my aircraft that I kind of just want to run. Yeah, also just in case we end up running into stuff. I believe there's one on Toei Tokusatsu World called Hard Gumi or something like that, which is detective themed. Pat Ranger versus Lupin Ranger and Deca Ranger are kind of detective themed. They're kind of. But yeah, there's one on there called Hard Gumi, which I believe is detective themed and mystery themed. Of course, sometimes that can be weird. If the name sounds weird, it's because Japanese tends to sound weird to an English person. I mean, to an English speaker. And apparently vice versa. Apparently, to each other... Like, apparently to each other, Japanese and English sound kind of weird. Or at least exotic. And that's mainly because I believe they have their different languages. Like, I mean, they're different types of languages. Like, Japanese is, I believe, a phonetic language, which means essentially that or a syllabic language or something like that. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say there, but essentially Japanese and English work on completely different systems. Ooh, what's this down here? It looks cool. I don't know what it is, but it's glowing purple. Apparently nothing. It's just glowing purple for some reason. It looks cool, I guess. Ow. I guess I just rammed my face into something there. But yeah, there are some mystery-themed tokusatsu series that Toei has made. Kamen Rider Double is kind of the most well-known. It's not on Toei Tokusatsu World, unfortunately. I wish it was, because it's really good. Like, Kamen Rider Double is, like, so good of a show. And I love it. But yeah, Kamen Rider, if you can find a way to watch Kamen Rider Double, do it, because Kamen Rider Double is just awesome. Okay, let's get this over with. I have a feeling I'm not going to like where this is going. Okay, I'm not gonna like where this is going. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this. But let's do this. Well, before we do that, I'm going to save this off as long as I can, because I have a feeling something bad's about to happen. Do I have multiple? I thought I had multiple storage containers. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's apparently not full yet. Now it's full. I just have to wait. Okay, actually, I think I can make glass more easily. Been aware of Kamen Rider for a while. Yeah, if you've not seen a lot of Kamen Rider, okay, I'm gonna keep that because I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. Let's see. Starball. Campus Flash. Okay, this is actually a really, really profitable one, guys. So I guess I'm gonna have to make a new one of these soon, I guess. Okay, let's get this one over. Main reason that they probably neglected Kamen Rider is because Masked Rider failed so badly. I think that's probably it. Okay. You grew it, didn't you? The Mordite route is done. You grew it, didn't you? The Mordite route is done. Here you go, dude. Let me see it. You mastered so much of the botanical arts, my friend. See what that others understand its virtue, well, it gives me hope. It's a pity that you can digest so little of your own produce. But creating life is its own reward, is it not? There's one more task me. They tell me that their contract isn't in. They will be returning to Gek territory. As they discuss their leaving plans, they watch the ceiling carefully. It is unclear what they are looking at. Suddenly, Trader Romdelek, I cannot pronounce his name very well, grabs me, telling me not to trust the Overseer, that their fellow Gek may not even be a Gek at all. They seem to suggest their food was somehow drugged. This can't be true. I've shared meals with the Overseer, and I'm fine. I never do anything to harm any of us. The Overseer only wants what's best. Later, the farmer stops speaking. They assure me that they were just joking, and beg me not to speak of this matter again. They're alright. They claim they are. Their eyes can see in the darkness of the base. I'm not feeling like myself, traveler. I do not think I should go, not just yet. Yes, that is right, I will stay. If you don't leave, despite lack of continued payment or directives from the Overseer. In their days tending the crops, no longer proposing any tasks, they claim to have nowhere else to go. He smiles back, happy to be among their plants. Well, that actually did not go where I was thinking it would go. You know, a lot among the artists seem to be reclusive, which is kind of interesting. Okay, I think he needed a Gravitio bulb, so, well... You may leave, but do not be deceived. We are all prisoners, even you. If you abandon me, you'll find another Gek with a different face, but the same soul, the same words. We are paired to you throughout time and memory, your servants, your teachers. Suggest that if I were to dismiss them from my service, I would find another just like them, as if nothing at all had happened. They claim I am a prisoner. I only know that I must trust the Overseer. I know that in my heart. You will believe what you will believe, friend. Such is the nature of things. Didn't you want Gravitio bulbs or something? Okay, so that's finished. Let's see, expanding the base, I think. Yeah. Okay, so what do I do with this? Ah, there we go. It just took a bit to... Yeah, I've heard that about some manga creators. Did you enjoy your adventure, friends? In your expedition to find our orb, I have waited for you faithfully. The way merchant Rolade speaks, that for all their kind words, just resentment, saved only for the deepest of enemies. But they would not have come to work here if we were enemies. Of course we're not. We're friends. You asked for the Gravitio bowl so they can finish the starship technology. Trevor, I am so grateful for your assistance, friend. Economy scanner, an upgrade to the starship's galactic sensors. This device allows the user to access detailed economic data about a system without having to visit. Okay, that seems useful. Have you ever wondered what happens after death, between exploration and rebirth? Meditate upon annihilation. Harvest Mordite from the dead. It is the only way to escape. Right, I have a recurring dream, a nightmare that feels like a memory. Flesh merged with metal, like a world of glass that blinks. A planet with green skies, an obsidian moon, a dream where I see my grave. Snap back to reality, there is a moment before I can shake the image, the wound on the world lingering in my eyes. The Overseer asked me to harvest Mordite, the material from found in the bodies of slain creatures. Serve me well, perhaps their task will free my mind of these lingering nightmares. Okay, let's see. Yeah, microprocessor and a wiring loom, which shouldn't be all that hard to acquire. Let's see, as I need carbon nanotubes and chromatic metal, which I think I might have, but what about the wiring loom? Cannot just make a wiring loom, so I'm gonna have to go get that myself. Okay. Apparently I need more Mordite. It's kind of annoying. Okay, I just need a little bit more. Okay. Hey XX, I got my computer up here so I can see ya. You mainly missed me finishing the farmer's route. Like everything with the farmer, so he's just kind of here tending plants now, and also gave a really ominous warning about how I should not trust the overseer, which, to be honest, I'm already not trusting the overseer. I'm growing Mordite, and now I'm being asked to go collect more Mordite, which means I'm going to have to go kill things, which I don't like necessarily doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. That said, I'm going to fly up to the, I'm going to go up to the base, to the space station in this sector. Yeah, that's right. They did try Masked Rider and didn't get much success with that, mainly because Masked Rider wasn't done the best. Now, there is Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, and Kamen Rider Dragon Knight is awesome. I highly suggest Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. In fact, people actually say that Kamen Rider Dragon Knight is... A lot of people actually think it's better than Kamen Rider Ryuki, which is an adaptation of. I tend to agree, but it kind of depends. Though also, if you want to watch Kamen Rider Holy Cross, go to Tubi. It's a streaming service that I use, and it has two Kamen Rider series officially English subbed on it, the original Kamen Rider and Kamen Rider Kuga. And I would highly recommend that. Okay, I'm going to talk to these guys to see if any of them have bounties that I can, for killing animals, because I'm going to have to kill animals anyway. Cartographer. Envoy. Apologies, customer entity. Eat this. It's unclear. The badge and light uniform is unmistakable. They do not, they're merchants. They do not seem particularly interested in trading with me, however. Hey, from your traveler. Okay, let's... Your feed 6 creatures. Dangerous, brawl, unmarked. Okay, I was hoping he would have it, but he doesn't. Oh, you're new. 600. Corvax is Convergence. Live action adaptation of Bambi. Well, more CGI. More CGI adaptation of Bambi, because live action does... Like, they might have a person playing the hunter, but that would be about as close as they could get. Let's grab one little Corvax in here. Okay, we learned their word for casing. Wait, why is there... Did everyone in here get, reset or something? That's interesting. Well, I'm not complaining, though, so that means I can learn more words, which I like doing. I hum the R4, or I cannot pronounce that. As I dreamlessly, there are lights flashing and dancing across our face mask. This is probably entertainment or a performance for others in the convergence. Perhaps they do not make such a distinction. In touch with my suit, strange symbols form in my mind, each representing a concept I might learn. Okay, we got their word for aid, which might be handy. This worker has a major skills, Okay. Everyone wants to make themselves understood. They clear their beaks slowly and now they're like their head encouragingly, their eyes sparkle with light. Yeah, as though prepared for this moment, they presented a selection of symbols, each representing a type I might learn. Let's do a travel symbol, because I don't think I have any of those travel symbols. I can learn the word for planet. Sorry, I try not to. That might not be me actually mumbling though, because I'm trying not to mumble. It might just be my mic's not very good, because I'm just using the default mic this came with. You smell me, friend, but do you feel what does it do to your soul? Okay, I approach the gag on the aura, a thin mist surrounding them. It is lightly, almost pleasantly scented. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel a deep apprehension. So I like that the Gek kind of apparently speak through smell in some regard. Toil Gek Mirek babbles wisping symbols in my mind with a delicate pheromone. Okay, let's go with mystery symbol. Learn the Gek word for from. That could be, I guess, useful. I visited you. Oh, I have not visited you. Traveler, this. Excellent. There's sketching plans in the air in front of them, imagining some complex schematic. My performance visor warps and flickers. Some inter-Chlorvax consultation taking place. A moment later, entity Asmotsky is restored. They present a list of language symbols. They got their word for holy. Okay. Oh yeah, they kind of have sort of a religious thing with the whatever like convergence thing they do. Travel. This is excellent. Gorvax is sketching plans in the air in front of them, imagining some sort of complex schematic. I do wonder if there is like a way to translate their stuff, like their language. Let's go with friendship symbol. Gorvax's word for request. Okay, that could be useful. Alright, you're here. I think that's everyone. There probably are more over there, maybe. But the reason I came here is... Oh. Yeah, I've not talked to you, apparently. Friend! Friend! Friend? Saying word 3 times different annotations, forming a statement that is untranslatable in my own language. Okay, that I kind of like. The producer of live-action adaptation of Disney's Hercules. Okay, that actually makes sense. The Russo brothers making a Hercules. Okay, that makes sense because they've made so many superhero movies, and let's be honest, Disney's Hercules is pretty much a superhero movie. So that actually would make that one I'm not so nervous about because that one seems like it could make perfect sense to do. I can actually see the reason to have them do a Hercules movie because. Well, they're the ones that have made all these superhero movies, so I think they're actually a good pick for that. Okay, wiring loom, I need one of those. Alright, okay, so let's sell stuff. Let me see. Sell these meaty stuff. Okay, let's buy one of these. And where's the wiring loom? One of these. I need 5 microprocessors, which kind of expensive maybe, but shouldn't be that hard actually, so... Was it 5 microprocessors or 5 wiring looms? I couldn't really tell. Yeah, I need 4 more microprocessors. The Russo brothers have made all the Marvel movies, haven't they? So shouldn't... No, I don't think they've had sad or downer endings. Let me see here. I can sell this. Not for very much, mind you, but I can sell it. Let's see here. Alright then, so let's get this upgrade for the ship, which will be very useful, I imagine. Okay, there we go. Let's head over here and see what we got. Oops. So I'm not too worried about the Russos messing up Hercules. Okay, so nothing really over here to deal with. Okay, then let's head back to our base then. Winter Soldier and Civil War. Well, the thing is, those aren't the only superhero films the Russo brothers have made. So I don't feel basing things off of Civil War. Because remember, the Russos have made a lot more movies than just the big ones. Like, yes, they've made Winter Soldier. Let me see here. Because I got my computer right here, so let me take a look at that while we're teleporting back to our home base. Okay, that's not what I intended to do. Okay, they directed Captain America and the Soldier, but while yes, they have directed those, they've been involved with most of the MCU. So let's see here. They've been involved with most of the MCU in some capacity, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, remakes are kind of about money. So yeah, though I will say I can see Hercules making sense to remake in some capacity, but... Okay, we're gonna have to go find things to kill to progress the plot. I mean, we could destroy a planetary despot, but I don't particularly want to do that yet. Oh, okay. I guess if we... see, storage container... Storage, there we go. I need sodium. Well, I'm gonna be looking for things anyway, so I might as well... Ow. No, that's the direction I went to before. I kinda wanna go this way. Plus there's sodium right there. Okay, yeah, I hope they don't, like, I would not want them to turn it into a God of War movie, obviously. Like, I really would not want them to turn it into, like, a God of War adaptation, but I could see them, if they keep it relatively faithful to the original, I could see it working, because I will say, while I like Hercules, it could, like, I could see them doing some new stuff with it, and keep the same plot, but do some more stuff with it. But I would hope that they keep it true to the original, not to the original myth, mind you, because the Greek gods are in the original stories are kind of jerks. I kind of got turned around there. Where was I going? Oh, there we go. Of course, the thing is, like, the original Hercules was not all that faithful to its source material, like the Disney's Hercules, because, of course, in Greek mythology, the Greek gods are not really good people. Like... What? Okay. You can always use them, you're right, so... I don't know how that happened, but it did. Okay. Okay, things that want me dead, come here. I'm not going to... I'm probably going to defend myself and destroy you, but... Okay, there we go, there's some things. Look, I normally would just run away from you. I don't like to kill things, but the plot requires I collect this stuff that I can only get from killing you, so I apologize in advance for that. I would like to see them maybe adapt Persephone to it, because a friend of mine mentioned that a cool plot would be Persephone visiting the underworld and Hades having to be on his best behavior while she was there. I like that idea. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Is that all the phosphorus that was in this pit? Yeah. Okay, that should give us more than enough phosphorus to power our suit for a while. And now we need 16 per charge. Now, do I have enough... Alright, I'm not at my base yet. Or do I have enough mordite is what I need? Yeah, yeah, that is actually a good point. Let me actually get to the right... Expanding my... The other mordite. Yeah, Hades is actually a pretty good husband to Persephone compared to Zeus and Poseidon being Zeus and Poseidon. I know it is kind of, at this point, to be expected to pick on the Greek gods for being jerks, but they deserve it. Like, that's the thing, the Greek gods were not really good, were pretty much not worshipped out of any benevolent reason. They were worshipped because the people were scared of them a lot of the time. There were exceptions, of course, like if there were some exceptions that were benevolent to people. But for the most part, the Greek gods were jerks compared to a lot of other things. Silly 17, the goddess of spring, is a surprising and well-done version of the myth. Oh, that's cool. I concur with that. Okay, let's see. Let's see here, where's the wires? I will say I genuinely don't think, what's it called? I genuinely don't think Bambi really needs a remake, because Bambi is one of the much better Disney movies. Well, Disney has a lot of good movies, but I think Bambi in particular is one of the better ones. Hades himself was surprisingly reasonable when it came to the rest, when compared to the rest. In particular, he was in charge of eternal rewards and eternal punishment in purgatory. Yeah, that's the thing, and the irony of it all, really. Let me talk to what he's saying, then I'll get back to that. I can see the change in you, friend. You have completed your task, and I have seen the world as you see it. You don't entirely understand what I have done for the Overseer, but they seem once again ready to reward me for my actions. Give them more light. Yeah, take these schematics. May the things you build always remind you of those you killed to construct them. Plasma launcher. Okay, that's interesting. So essentially a way more powerful weapon. Not sure I want that. Oh, we finally get the exocraft. Yes, we finally get our exocraft. Hades himself was surprisingly reasonable. Yeah. Like, that's the thing is, adaptations and stuff of adapting Greek mythology always make Hades the jerk, when in reality he was of the, big three, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Hades was actually the most benevolent of them. He was faithful to his wife, he was fair to the dead, and he also wasn't let's just say he didn't do very, very bad things to people. Let's just leave it at that. I mean, very, very bad things to certain peoples. I don't want to go into detail because I want this stream to remain relatively PG. Okay, I need chromatic metal to get that. I'm finally going to get the exocraft, which are going to make things way easier. Okay, where's my chromatic metal? Also, I need to make more solar panels because I'm going to need them. Okay, I need more dihydrogen. Okay, well, dihydrogen crystals are a dime a dozen. But first, let's head back here. Let's see, power. Can I make any more of these? I need metal plating, which should be really easy to make. Okay, what do I need? Okay, yeah. Oh boy, well, chromatic metal is really easy to make, actually. I got other silver available. Okay, let's go down here. Plug it into one of these batteries. Okay, so let's go over to the specialist, which is the specialist. Okay, terminal. Still need dihydrogen, so thankfully dihydrogen is like really abundant. Yeah, and like that's the thing is most of the Greek gods in mythology were really bad. I don't like again. There's some cases in God of War where they made Hades worse than he was in Greek mythology. I will admit the Greek pantheon being the bad guys was kind of a lot more easy to swallow than the Norse pantheon being the bad guys. I don't particularly like what they did with the Norse pantheon. I really don't, because the Norse pantheon... Now, let us remember the Norse pantheon were ruling over the, what do you call them? Over the Vikings, who, well, technically the thing is, like, also an interesting thing is the Vikings were not, the Vikings is not a people, it's a job. Like, I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's actually how it was. The Vikings were not a race. They were all Norse, like Scandinavians and Norsemen. Like they were all Norsemen, but Viking was actually a word to describe the raid itself. Do I need to power the end? I can't remember. I don't think I actually need to power the end. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Oh, actually, before I do that, there's something else I wanted to do. Okay, good. Okay, let's go get an exocraft technician. To space! Yeah, in the original Clash of the Titans, most of them were on Percy's side, except for the ones that were actually causing the whole problem to begin with. But yeah, basically that's the common misconception, is that Viking was not the people, it was if you were a Viking was like a job description. Yes, raiding peoples was considered a job, but Vikings was not the entire civilization. It was the people who were going on the raids, and it was more a verb than a noun. Like it was to go a Viking was essentially the term, essentially. How it would translate anyway. But the thing is, to their own people, the Norse pantheon were pretty good guys. So it kind of is annoying to see them be made just as bad as the Greek gods, but without trying to excuse them as being corrupted or something. Okay, let's get ourselves a exocraft. I demand a place on your throne world, Interloper. Acceptance will grant you the glory of an exocraft and a Viking mech priest to administer its mass. Okay. Pray only that you have an exocraft terminal sufficient for my skills. Refusal. Refusal will result in my inevitable extermination. Be quick. Okay, dude, I don't want you exterminated. And I like you. So come on down, dude. You are weak and unworthy of my skills, but I have no choice. I will flee to your vile world. I will become an interloper. Welcome to my group, dude. Okay. But yeah, that annoys me about the God of War. And I really hope if they go to the Japanese pantheon, they don't do the same thing. because the Japanese pantheon, the Shinto pantheon, are actually really good. Are generally good people. Like, yes, they have some aspects of fair folk to them, but they're not evil. Though I think there's probably one. Yeah, you agree about the Shinto god. I played Okami, so, and Okami actually does kind of portray them as heroic, and that is how they were in mythology. Except Susanoo kind of was more jerkish, but even then he still wasn't necessarily a bad guy, he just had a temper problem. But then, yeah, the Shinto gods are really reasonable, and we say were, but the thing is, Shinto is still a practiced religion in Japan, which is one reason I'm hoping they don't do that, because the Japanese people still practice Shinto. Like, that religion is still practiced, so they'd be insulting an existing religion, which hopefully will prevent them from doing that. Yeah, the Greek gods in DC does deviate very much from the original portrayal. Okay, let's get ourselves an exocraft, because I have wanted one of these all this time. It'll make travel so much easier, I hope. Wow, you are kind of a short Vakeen, aren't you? No offense. I'm just saying this guy, like, is roughly my height. And now he's... Did he just shrink? I don't know. Anyway, Vakeen at Arms Arc has calmed since I last saw them, though I still feel a sense of dread within their eyes, a paranoia that has sustained them across the stars. Hello, my friend. Interloper, I will do as I promised. Build a geo-bay from this schematic, and my exocraft shall be yours, unworthy though you may be. Excuse me, I must ensure this location is defensible, should my people try to find me. The tactician asked me to construct a roamer geo-bay from which I will be able to access their exocraft. Of course, this bargain greatly favors you, Interloper. My exocraft has seen much glory. Okay, I need ion batteries, metal, and metal plating. Metal plating, really easy to do. The ion batteries, I'm not so sure about. Also, I need to put stuff in here. Let's see. The Curvatio balls I can stick in there. Okay, let's see. The metal plating is easy to make. What about the ion batteries? I need cobalt, which... I have cobalt in here. No. Do I have cobalt in here? No. Okay, let's see. Oh, actually, I could just go up and buy an ion battery, couldn't I? Is it... How many ion batteries do I need? Oh wait, simple solution here. Structure specialist, I think. It's tech. Exocraft. Need 2 ion batteries. Okay, so let's go see if we can buy ourselves an ion battery. Yeah, and I can agree that the DC versions being more heroic are nice. Except Ares. The thing is, Ares was actually one of the worst Greek gods. He's the one they really should be using as their version of the devil. because he was legitimately a bad guy. So there's that. But it's one of those things where they tend to use Hades because he's the underworld, he's the god of the underworld, which is generally seen as a bad thing. But people don't seem to get that in Greek mythology, the underworld is just the afterlife in general. Okay, let's see. Ion batteries. Ion batteries. Okay, I need 2 of those. I think 5 metal plates. Okay, that should be it. And it comes with an exocraft already created, which is good. Greeks hated Ares, the Romans loved him. Yeah, the Romans were an expansionist empire, so that makes sense. They were doing a lot more war than the Greeks were. Not saying the Greeks didn't do a lot of war, it's just the Romans were a conquering empire, so of course they did a lot more war. At least that's how, I think that's how it works, like, because, you know, they were an empire. Well, I like all of Cinema Winds videos. For those that don't know, Cinema Winds is kind of the opposite version of Cinema Sins that counts up the good parts of a movie rather than the bad parts. I much prefer it because it's a in general, I much prefer Cinema Winds because Cinema Sins tends to nitpick a lot. That I'm also diehard optimist who tends to... Okay, let's see here. Tech. Specialist. Exocraft. Here we go. Yes, we've got an exocraft, finally! We finally have an exocraft. Jeez, that took a long time to do. Okay, hello, dude. Interloper, have you constructed the Romer Geobay? Grah, tell me once you have. We must scan this world. We must find its signals, its secrets. Good, here is a blueprint for an exocraft signal booster. This augmentation will allow you to discover buildings and signals from afar. An interloper, know that it disgusts me that you lack so much knowledge. Okay. Don't delay, interloper. You have the means. Now set about the construction of the signal booster. How I feel about this warrior. I do not whether or not I made a mistake, but there is nothing to be done. Legions honor their word. I will honor mine. The Vakeen asked me to install a signal booster in my new exocraft. Okay, so I need chromatic metal and... see. Let me see. Also, what power source does this thing take? Oh, it can be powered by organic elements. Okay, that's useful. Let's see here. Chromatic metal and a microprocessor. I've got some chromatic metal in here, but it's just one piece. I need some more. Thankfully, I have gold on me. But yep, we finally have an exocraft, which is nice. Let's use you. And some gold. No, I don't want... It's... What do I need? Let me see. What do I need? Is it silver to make chromatic metal? No, copper. I need copper. Thankfully, I think this planet has copper, so let's see. Phosphorus. Copper right there. Let's try this thing out. Okay, it uses tank controls. Okay. Okay, this thing is cool. I don't really get the controls, mind you, but... Let's see here. Okay, I've got enough of copper. Okay. There are several fairy tales that Disney hasn't made a film about. Yeah, that is true. So to be fair, the thing is, there's so many fairy tales to begin with in the world. Expecting them to be able to make one for like every fairy tale in existence is kind of a tall order. Okay, is that all this copper? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Also, let's see, is there any oxygen? Yeah, there's oxygen right there, which I need. What can I throw out here? I've got silver, but I don't think I can... Oh. Okay, there we go. They... Okay. Don't see any oxygen nearby. Where's my exocraft? What are you? Silver? Ah, shoot. Ah, there it is. Okay, let's get back to base. Concept art of He-Man? I've not heard of that. Yes, the one thing to give them some degree of leeway on, I will point out that that the original intention was for Elsa to be a genuine villain. Like, she was originally genuinely supposed to be the main villain, but they realized partway through production they'd made her too sympathetic. So, you know, okay, that's... Okay, I'm glad I got an exocraft. That makes things so much quicker. Okay. Well, the thing is, I think the problem wasn't so much that she was sympathetic at all, but they made her so sympathetic that they didn't feel like they could make her a proper bad guy, I guess was the problem. I don't know. And the thing is, Frozen is still a good movie, but I will say Rapunzel is not that bad of an adaptation because, well, the witch is the villain, and they still kept the same heroes and villains as in the story. Except Hans is, except not Hans, Eugene is a thief rather than a prince, but still. Okay, let's see, what do I need now? Need a microprocessor, which again, I can just go up to the space and do. Though to be fair, in the original story, if I'm not mistaken, the actual true big bad of the Snow Queen fairy tale was, I believe, either the devil himself or a mirror that he had created. I'm pretty sure that the actual main antagonist of the Snow Queen, while the Snow Queen is the actual thing responsible for all the damage in the story, I believe, is a mirror made by the devil. Okay, let's do this. Microprocessor. Okay. I think I just need one. I hope I just need one. Reminds you of Mass Effect. I've never played Mass Effect. I'm aware of Mass Effect. I'm aware it's an awesome game, except the third one apparently. Well, the third one's still liked, but it has a lot of problems. No offense if you like the third one, I'm just telling you what I've heard about it. I've heard a lot of people complaining about it, so... Yeah, it's one of those things. But... I can see the resemblance from at least some of the videos I've seen of it. I've not seen the concept art of He-Man. If you want to email it to me, you have my email, so... Or Discord or Skype or whatever you want to do. Okay, there we go. Got the signal booster. I'm gonna save those for now. Okay, easy enough to refuel. Okay, let's talk to our dude. Okay, here we go. Once we have an exocraft signal booster, we can map this planet. Are you ready for what happens next? Lieutenant Arms Arc waits, expecting me to announce my success in the construction of the signal booster. Your timing is fortuitous, traveler. Take these blueprints. Mounted cannon. Okay, that's cool. Energy requirements of this powerful weapon, they can only be fired from an exocraft now. Okay, that's cool. In your absence, I have made a grave discovery. There are sentinel despots on this world. Grah. They are everywhere, even in this last refuge. Track one down, traveler. Destroy the despot and bring me its precious contents for my work. I'm going to use my exocraft signal booster to locate a depot, steal the material from within. They will use this this substance to create an exocraft acceleration module. Hurry, Interloper, do not prevent the Sentinels pollute this world. Okay, so essentially these two guys' things now intersect. Okay, I know I've got Pergium somewhere. And I'm gonna have to go get some more copper, aren't I? Let's see. Phosphorus, copper. Because I'm going to need a weapon, obviously. Worried about, oh yeah, them switching over to permanently to the new system. I'm not a fan of it, but silver, phosphorus. Phosphorus, silver. That's the copper deposit I just had. I know that for a fact. Copper I have not mined already. Yeah. Okay. Okay, getting the copper. Because I have a feeling I'm going to need this cannon to destroy the Sentinel outpost. Okay. Alright then. Looks like our... Let's try this. This does make moving a lot easier. Yeah, unfortunately it also destroys everything in my path, including stuff that might be useful for later, but... It is faster, and it does have a mounted gun on it, so... It definitely is better than walking. And it has a heavy cannon on it, which should be useful. Like, I will say there are some things about the Eclipse that I like. Like, it does have some things that I think are good features, but for the most part, I think it is a downgrade over base DeviantArt. But there are alternative sites, but I'm not leaving it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Well, let's start this. Okay, this is...
Weapon charge depleted.
Okay, let's use this.
Technology recharge.
Okay, has this been completely destroyed? Yep, that destroyed it. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, there we go. Well, now I've started to fight with Sentinels. I need to get carbon for this. That big cannon does help. Okay. Alright, there we go. There we go, we won, well, we won that fight because this gun is actually really good. Okay, is that oxygen up there? I need to wait for my scanner to recharge to find out. Nope, that's sodium. Is there any oxygen nearby? Okay, there's oxygen right there. Which I desperately need. I could just buy some though, so I guess that's a possibility. Could have also just bought ion batteries, I guess. So there's that, I could have just done that, but whatever. That exocraft makes things so much easier, especially that destruction of that. Let's see here. There, that's better. Okay, recharge you. That helps a lot, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. And we're back at the exocraft. Okay, let's get back to the base. Mission accomplished. Okay, that was kind of a difficult thing to get through without damage. Or without destroying anything. I don't like running these things over because they're technically useful to me, but whatever. Okay, there we go. Hey, armorer, things are dead. Well, they're technically robots, so I guess they're not actually dead. I have detected them. Their eye is upon us. You have done it, haven't you? Your actions have summoned them. I am sorry, interloper. I will not be able to assist you in your fight. I am too weak. Take this upgrade module and prepare for their arrival. Combat scope, recoil stabilizing, weapon for precise combat. They approach. But before the final fight, I have another task for you. I need to be strong to serve you. There is a substance offering freely given by the young to their elders that may yet restore me. I myself spent years enmeshed with the harvest circuits, my organs sacrificing their enzymes for the fleet. I was glad to do so, but we need not repeat such torment today. Enzyme remnant found on Vakeen dagger should be enough to heal me now. Sacrifice guard are made for the others. They do not appear to have reaped the same benefit in their old age. Yes, scarred, their speech labored. I cannot imagine they will survive another year. Means bringing daggers to prevent further decline. They leave. They say nothing, but there is a look of hope in their tired eyes. Okay, that will be a bit difficult to do at the moment, but I do have this. You attain the materials I seek, interloper. Divine elements forged from the sentinels themselves. They will shield us from their sight. Oh, 100 gold, whoops. Over this pretense of ignorance and music, no one I see through your games. No, it's just I did not expect you to need 100 for some reason. You need something I did not actually obtain from destroying them, I don't think. Do I have any more gold in here? I don't think I even got any gold from that. I got Magna Gold, which is a completely different thing. Like, I didn't even get what he wanted from that. Okay, let's see. I don't see any depots nearby. And this planet literally does not have gold on it. So I guess we're just going to have to go mine space. Oh wait, doesn't my freighter have gold on it? Yes, my freighter has plenty of gold on it. Okay then. Now, there's any other strangely enough, there's no actual rock on this section of the planet. I'm not riding any asteroids like I normally do. Let's see here. See, any of these planets have... So no, there's absolutely no gold in this entire solar system. Oh, okay, there's probably gold in space. I just need to... There we go. This is it. Come on, give me some gold. Here's some more gold. So why did he ask me for something the Sentinels didn't even give me? I don't know why. Okay, how much do I have now? I have 23. Okay, that's 100. So let's get some more. I've got plenty of gold on my freighter, so I don't really have to do this. I just am wanting to because it's a better way to get gold. I don't want to have to tap into that gold unless I need to, I guess. Okay then, let's summon our freighter here. Because I think I had them on a mission, so let's see what they got. Well, we got an exocraft now. That's a good thing. Makes it a lot easier to get around. Like, I am so glad I got an exocraft. Fleet Commander online. I mean, a Fleet Commander. Log entry detected an anomalous broadcast on emergency channel. Deployed ground team to freighter crash site. No life signs noted. Ship's AI still functioning. Appear to be source of signal. AI circuits recovered. Installed in fleet. Claimed crashed cargo. Granite 2. Land on planet Ides. Found recording device in an abandoned building. Appeared to be a camera. And broadcast on a usual frequency. Unable to determine target receiver. Tapped into signal to harvest data. Got some money out of that. You remove pirates from base on planet S20. Vault contains confiscated bounty from claimed from Viking authorities. 26. Okay, got some money out of that. Search team deployed on to planet New Odio. Crew entered shallow cave. Collected moss samples from walls, and disturbed moss show remarkable bioluminescence. Patterns appear to be primitive communication. We got a lot of units for that and returned home. Let's see what this granite stuff is. Let's see. Ooh, it's a valuable stuff. It's a valuable. Okay, we can get a good bit of money out of that later. And that was a good bit of money I got from that. So let's. Hello, my navigator. Hello, Captain Friend. Joyous day for the fleet. Started a new expedition routes. Let's see. Control device, a temporary figure to upgrade the last one engine. Expedition, a mind control device plugs into ship's trading and communication systems, allowing the fleet commander to gain the upper hand in any communication. Yeah, why not? Do I not have enough fuel for that one, I guess? Alright. Okay, let's see if that works. I mean, I guess using a mind control device for communication is probably not the most moral thing to do, but it was an option. Okay, let's head back, and also I need to make sure to give this gold to my exosuit, and head back to, oh god. Set to, okay, and time to pulse engine. Fear the fleet empire is corrupting you, power corrupts. Yeah, I wouldn't say it corrupts, it's just like... Though to be fair, the what are they called? The merchant guys, whose name escapes me off the top of my head. They tend to actually use mind control kind of passively anyway, because it seems like their scents have a mind control factor into them. Okay, dude, I've got what you need. Have you obtained the materials I seek, interloper? Divine elements forged from the Sentinels themselves. They will shield us from their sight. I don't know how you expected gold to be forged from the Sentinels, but whatever. Okay, good. I shall forge an exocraft acceleration module for future expeditions. Nice. Okay. None of us lives life alone, traveler. All of us form attachments, and I must shed the last vestiges of mine. I left my consort and spawn behind on my homeworld. My crimes were my own, but I must know what has happened to them. They have sent me an encrypted transmission. You will use the exocraft acceleration module to reach it before my brethren inevitably delete it. Thus we can pull the mining laser technology from the network. Guy, we'll kill 2 Gek with 1 blast. They the Gek. Yeah, we never get vaporized by the pulse engine when we're going through an asteroid field. Okay, dude, I'll help you. Be vigilant. Be quick. I require this message. I must know what happened to those I left behind. Okay, dude, I'll do it.
Navigational data received.
Okay, where do I go? Okay. Okay, I'm actually motivated to help this guy. Oop. What the? This isn't good. There we go. Probably should have just jumped in my airship, but whatever. Come on. Okay, did I made it? Encrypting subspace frequency, error, inception. The rise of your heresy, fugitive of Arakeen. Know that there is no sky in which we cannot find you, no system in which you might flee unscathed. Hide then in the depths of the galaxy, for we are patient. And did your spawn wept like mewling geckos? Oh. You cut them down, and that we killed your consort as they fled, leaving the others behind to suffer. Where shall you ever find peace knowing these things? It is not what I expected. I didn't tell me to retrieve a transmission from his family. But this, I must return and decide what to do. When the transmission closed, I pulled an exocraft mining laser from the network. Yes, that's one of the models I made. Okay. Well, that's depressing. Anything else? Well, that was... So, I officially have reason to be very mad at both the Vakeen and the Korvax. Are all of my cohorts species jerks? Well, that was depressing. Yeah, I know, it's a few minutes till then. Well, I mean, I get that they're a that his species is a proud warrior race, but that's just depressing. Yes, both of those potholes I fell into. Yeah, that's the plan, is to give him the bad news and then call it a night. Okay, look, dude, okay, I'll just let my character talk for me. My preparations are almost complete. Soon I will purge myself of my old life, of my old attachments. Commit fully to what I must become. But even if I remember nothing, I must know. I must know, traveler. Have you retrieved the transmission? They're frenzied at my approach, excited. Whatever this transmission might contain, whatever system it has been sent to, it seems that to matter a great deal to the Vakeen. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. They're gonna clean their mind to prepare for their holy task. Before they remove their thoughts, they wish to know what happened to their family. Oh boy. Traveler, I must know, traveler. Tell me what my consort says. Tell me of my spawn, please. I have waited so long. I intercept a message from their consort and spawn, but it said, instead I discovered that their family had been killed, murdered by Vakeen in retaliation for their heresy. I'm expecting nervous. I do not know whether to tell them the truth. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I leave me, traveler. We the keen prepare for death our whole lives, but this... Who am I now? Now will die with them, lost in the obliteration of time and memory. Thank you, friend, for what you have done. When next speak, I will be reborn. Well, he called me friend, not interloper. I am reborn without attachment. I can focus on what I must do. Cry, you will require a mining beam in the days to come. Construct one. I will craft you a nomad exocraft befitting an acolyte of Na. It is beneath the eyes, beneath the soul. They have changed irrevocably. Where once they would insult me with meaningless threats, they only speak of a singular purpose. Where once they would be incapable of happiness or grief, now they only care about their cult, about their supposed purpose. Where once they would be capable of happiness or grief, they would about their purpose. You know, to build a exocraft mining laser, promising to craft me a blueprint for a new exocraft, the Nomad. World will change. It has to, traveler. Or else all of this, everything we have done, it will have been for nothing at all. Well, that was depressing. There are days I want to... Okay, anyway, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.